Good evening and welcome. I'm Sheila Balgobin and I'm the Dream Decipherer, and I help you to sleep well and to dream deep. As people are still being shy and not turning in their specific questions about sleep, I thought it might be interesting to look at some of the frequently asked questions that come my way about sleep or that people ask in general. And one of those questions is how much sleep is actually enough sleep? This is something I hear all the time. And in polls about sleep, this is like probably the number one question. Now, the experts say that between 6 and 9 hours is normal, depending on our particular needs and rec- um, other factors. But what I have come to understand, and from my not from my just from myself, but with clients that I work with, is that sleep number of sleep hours to make you feel refreshed and alert the next day is really individual. It's up to the individual. Now, when I was a kid, my parents were always telling me, go back to bed because I was always up on an alert and awake, after 5 or 6 hours of sleep. And I've always been like that. And in fact, if I sleep longer than that, I get stupid. I just become dopey and can't get myself together. Now, according to age range, the number of hours of sleep can vary. For infants and children, that can be up to from up something like 12 to 14 hours. Or teenagers, again, they can be sleeping up to 12 hours a day. And the reason for that is that the body produces HGH, or human growth hormone, during the deepest levels of sleep, which is when memories are consolidated and essential repair work in the body goes on. Now, if the sleep period isn't sufficient, then what will happen is that the HGF isn't produced in the sufficient quantities, which can actually lead to premature aging. Now, that's if you've ever wondered why your teenagers love to spend so much time asleep, that's the reason why. Their bodies are busy producing the necessary hormones, human growth hormone levels that they need to be able to support their particularly rapid growth in adolescence. So the short answer to the question, how many hours of sleep is enough, that's determined by you. How many hours does it take for you to wake up feeling refreshed and alert? Now, if you're not sure how many hours that actually is, one thing that you can do is to keep a dream diary, noting basically jotting down what's happened during the day, what to take notice of what you're doing in the evenings, and noting how long or how well, rather, you sleep. That can be a real clue if you're really not sure how many hours are sufficient for you. The other thing is, another question that comes up quite a lot are naps bad for us? We talk about power naps and things like that. And short naps, not lasting no longer than 20 minutes, can be useful, and shouldn't impact your ability to sleep at night. I know personally, I learned transcendental meditation, or TM, like the Beatles, many years ago, and I found that those two sessions of 20 minutes per day was not only kept me refreshed and my brain alert, but I also found that I didn't need to sleep quite as much, and that may be the effect of that. Those two 20-minute sessions were the equivalent of several hours of sleep, deep, restful sleep, and which probably reduce my. The proviso with something like that, though, is that because you have more energy, you have a tendency to do more, and then end up right back where you started, having difficult sleep because you're taking on too much and you're overtired and stressed. So that's something to think about. Now, there are many reasons why people don't sleep. It could do with heredity. It could do with their lifestyle. It could do with, uh, you know, electro electromagnetic stress. It can do with any number of things that are causing the body to feel stressed and therefore unable to rest. And whereas you can find stopgap measures, taking drinking herbal drinks, to using aromatherapy or flower essences, or um, meditation, or different things that you can bring to bear to help you to fall asleep. But the fundamental issue is, what is the root cause of your poor sleep? And that may take a bit of untangling, because it's never usually one single thing. There's no silver bullet that you solve that and you solve everything with regard to your sleep. It's usually much more complicated than that, because unfortunately or unfortunately, we're much more complicated creatures than that. So please feel free to send me via messenger, as a personal message, any particular questions you have about sleep, and I will be able to answer them anonymously on air on Sundays. Or you can drop comments while the live is going on, and I'll be able to answer specific questions then. But for the moment, I hope that those two of those frequently asked questions about sleep will give you some food for thought. And if you have any questions or need some additional information and assistance, contact me. My contact details are below. Make a no obligation appointment, and we can have a slip into sleep chat and find out what exactly is pushing your buttons so that you can't sleep. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Have a fantastic evening and a wonderful week ahead. And I wish you good sleep. Take care. Bye bye.